What is up, YouTube? That's here today. I'm super excited to bring you guys some more Pokemon BDSP 6v6 singles action. Today we're going to be using Heracross. What do you have to say for yourself, my guy? Heracross says it's relaxing comfortably. You know, I always like asking a couple tries because I think the Pokemon yesterday was relaxing. We're not talking about relaxing, we're talking about maxing, and it wants to be the lead. And you know what? Heracross is going to be the lead in all of our teams today, I hope, because Heracross is super amazing. It's one of my favorite Pokemon, and I want to direct you guys to the question today, and that is, what is your second most favorite Pokemon? Everyone knows that my favorite Pokemon's Butterfree, but in terms of like tournament history, my personal tournament history going all the way back to like 2006, 2007, I've brought Heracross in probably more than half of the tournament games I've ever played. And Heracross is one of my absolute favorite Pokemon. It's my second favorite bug-type Pokemon. And I just think it's great. It can check things like Blissey. It can low-key check things like Skarm if you catch them on the switch and with the close combat. And I really just like almost everything it brings to the table. It has such good abilities. Swarm's a good ability if you're using Sash. Guts is a good ability if you're planning on getting like Saddest. And Moxie, which we're using today, is absolutely amazing with a Choice Scarf. So hopefully we can pop off with Moxie Heracross today. Wish me luck. We're going to hop into some games. Here we go. King Heatran. Ooh, that's a really hard team to beat. I bet that's going to be Scarf Rotom. So how do we want to deal with Scarf Rotom? We can make them trick and then keep the Scarf and have to use Trick. So we actually want to lead Blissey and trick them into tricking and then keep the Scarf. And then we just get a free switch into our Heracross. I like that a lot. Let's go. Let's go. If you lead Rotom, I will go right into Heracross, I think. And you'll just basically be locked into Trick because you're going to be Choice Scarfing Trick, giving away your Choice Scarf, gaining a new Choice Scarf, and then you're stuck using that move. Which means you have to switch, which means Heracross gets a free move into something. Or you go right into Scizor, and that's still fine. Let me just Thunder Wave it. Yeah, I like that. Nothing wrong with that for me. So we take those. Really, really good team. Like Scizor, Gliscor, Heatran, Breloom, Rotom. Some pretty good stuff. I don't know about the Nidoking. I think it's probably a Scarf Nidoking. But then, like, I wonder what the Rotom set is if it's like still a Trick Scarfmon. So who's coming in? I do not care if Nidoking comes in at all. That's a lot of damage on us. Ooh, they're orbed. Okay. So you can come with a Sashmon here. If you come with Breloom, you're going to be able to get Thunder Wave before your Toss Scorpion activates. So that's really, really good for me. Gliscor. Great play. Nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with this. You can go for a knockoff here. I don't think that matters. I really don't think that matters. Do we care what gets knockoffed on this team? Nope. I do not care if you knock off a lot of my Mons. I'm going to go right to the Tentacruel. Block Sludge is cool. It's not that important for this matchup. So we can go right to the Tentacruel. And then we'll go right to the Latios on the EQ. So knockoffs here. They're going to think they outspeed, which they... Oh, never lucky crit. And then they're going to think they outspeed, and we go right to Latios. And versus this team, Ice Beam can tear it apart. It's good versus Nidoking. It's good versus Gliscor. There's the EQ. Awesome. Let's see if we want to Surf here. I'm going to go for the Surf. No way you're switching in Breloom. You might switch in Rotom. You might switch in Scizor. I'm going to go for the Surf. I think it's better to save the Blissey item. I think Blissey's leftovers is going to be super valuable late game. This guy's not making it easy. Very, very good team. I think the Surf will KO, though, if you stay in. The Surf will KO if you stay in and try and get the knockoff, buddy. Yep. And it'll also pin the Heatran if you're trying to switch in on an Ice Beam. Scizor's fine. This is a great mid-game. This should do a little bit over half. Maybe over half. Hard to say. I'm going to go for second Surf. You can switch in the Rotom. I'll switch back in the Blissey. We'll be at a good spot. Looking for a Bullet Punch if you want. Yeah, I'm not using Ice Beam. Surf was the play that turn. Yeah, Bullet Punch is fine, so you're going to lose your Scizor. Life Orb Scizor, big damage. But you take that out. Now what's coming in? If it's Rotom coming in, we'll switch. If it's Nidoking coming in, we'll switch. If it's Breloom coming in, we'll probably also switch because they know we're spexed. But, like, we'll see what is going to happen here. I wonder if they're going to sub with Breloom if they want to come in. I wonder how much damage Brelin would take from like a Surf. Rotom, okay. So they can go for Thunderbolts to KO, probably. No, they wouldn't even KO. They go for Trick. We don't need Tentacruel for anything in this matchup. At all. And if you Trick, you give us a Scarf, and I'll actually just take that and run with it. So if you Thunderbolt, you get a free KO, get to repin. Into Garchomp with a sub. Hydro, that works. You have to hit 2 of those. Actually, you don't even get hit. You have to hit 2 of them. So you have a Heatran left. I'm gonna go for a Scald. Ice Beam's also okay here. I'll go for the Scald. You have to hit like 3 of these. Yeah, you're gonna switch. So show me that Heatran. Or Breloom. Or Gliscor. Bro! Scald on the switch. We take those. Yeah, we take those all the way to the bank. So you can Ice Beam if you want. Sorry, not Ice Beam. You can Knock Off if you want. You can EQ if you want. Knock Off might not KO me. Either way, Latios gets the repin with a Psychic, right? No, it's not necessarily. I'll Scald again. See if you go for the double. Goes for the knockoff. That might not KO. Close. Alright, so we can repin here with Garchomp. I'm going to sub. Do I want to sub or do I want to EQ? Or do I just want to bring out the Heracross? It's a fast Gliscor. It's faster than my Tentacruel, right? So we have to like play this awkwardly. What would you switch to in this situation if you were the opponent? Switch to Rotom? No. Just go for a knockoff. That's fine. EQ's fine. Anything you actually want to go for is fine. I'll take the SD. I don't want to show I have sub yet. You should know that I have it now, and now you can't break the sub with knockoff. So now if you want to switch to Heatran, or you wouldn't switch to Heatran. The fact that you don't have a Gliscor, sorry, the fact that you don't have, like, yeah, you don't have a pivot for Dragon Claw anymore. I'll just take it. Still very close. If you send up Nidoking here, that means it's Scarfed. Yep, so we'll switch to Blissey. I lost my Garchomp item, but I took your Gliscor, right? You're gonna Ice Beam. If you're gonna Ice Beam, I'll go to Heatran then. And I'll put a sub on that. Yeah, what other reason would you be to go to Garchomp or sorry, Nidoking other than Sash or Scarf? It's totally Scarfed. Show me the Ice Beam, bro. Yep. Yepers. You trying to get a free sub out of this. Otherwise, why would you have done it, right? Because, like, you would have took Life Orb, not Life Orb Chip, but you would have took Sash Chip. Not Sash Chip. Do you actually have it? Do you actually, are you actually Sash? I'll try the sub. I'll try it. Try the sub. Yeah, you're Scarfed. Alright, cool. I knew you were Scarfed. I played into that. Super into that Scarfed Nidoking, by the way. Super into the Scarfed Nidoking. Free sub. You're Scarf Rotom, so you're going to have to try and hit Hydro. For like 3 turns. So what are we going to do? This has a higher chance to burn than lower special D. It's the same chance, but like, you know, one's a higher base power move. I'll go for 1 Flamethrower, and then we'll switch to Blissey. Hydro's fine, so you're locking yourself into Hydro. So it means if Blissey's a free switch with rocks. I'd love a burn. It'd be super nice. We'll take it all the way to the bank. Burn? Never lucky. You technically almost stay in, realistically. And Pim what switches in. But Blissey's a great switch in here. The fact that we never gave our Blissey item away is great. We just go for a Stealth Rocks here. Free switching on Hydra. Sucks we got hit, but it's not the end of the world because we have lefties still. So you never got the knockoff. Yep. We don't even need to like save the health, I don't think. We can just go for a Soak Hydro into a Stealth Rocks, and it's absolutely amazing. Cool. You can switch in anything you want. You have your Heatran still. You have your Nidoking. You have your Rotom. And I think Breloom's the last one. Breloom's a great switch in here for you. Heatran also works. Would you actually go for the sub, or would you go for the Earth Power? Sub or Earth Power, or you're just trading rocks. Doesn't really matter to me. There's nothing actually wrong with softball in here, but I think I'm just going to Seismic Toss. Because if you sub, this should be able to break it. Yeah, Stealth Rocks is fine. This is great damage on a Heatran. By the way, like, Blissey can actually just wall you out. Let's see if you have lefties on your Heatran. I don't think you do. Flame Body. Bro! Never lucky. And it's lefties. Flame Body, lefties. So the absolute worst case scenario. We do more damage than you do with sub, though. So we actually just stay in with Blissey until you're dead. That's actually the play, and then we repin with something like Garchomp. Yep, that's gonna be the best play that we have. Just keep on clicking Seismic Toss because we don't want to get subbed on. Flamethrower's fine. Yeah, it doesn't actually matter. We just want to stay in here and confirm the fact that, like, we're gonna be able to outpin you a little bit later on in the game. Yep. Let's see. Should we sub it out? We actually have Natural Cure. We can probably sub this out, actually, realistically. Not sub it out, but, like, Softball and Hard Switch. If you're just going to use Flamethrower. I'll use a Softball here. Let's see. Would they pop sub here? They're Hard Switching. I'll take this. This is fine with us. What do they think they'd switch in here? Yeah, we have Rocks up, so that's fine with me. And they also have Rocks up as well, so we have to respect that. But that's Sash potentially down for that Pokemon. Do we just fodder Blissey? Let's realistically think about it. Because we want to stop them from having sub. If we can stop them from having sub, I don't think their Heatran can switch in on a Psychic anymore. Heatran can't switch in on it. Nidoking can. Rotom can't. Because our Latios is like half. They're going to go for a fighting type attack. That works for a switch into Heracross, right? Easy switch into Heracross. Like, easy. They wouldn't Spore here. They're going to use a fighting type attack. Or Grass attack. Easy Heracross switch. Close combat just murders them here. Let's go. No Spore, please. Swords Dance. That's fine. Yeah, we just go for a close combat. CC, baby. Try our best. It's neutral damage. Best we got. Might want to switch in the Garchomp first. Take Stealth Rocks damage. Or Rough Skin damage, sorry. I think this still KOs. Like, it depends on if it's a super set. The fact that it doesn't have, like, Toxic Heal means it's probably just a Sash set. I'll take it. All the way to the bank. And because we're using Moxie Heracross, we do be getting that big boost. That's a +1 and done. No, I'm saying anything comes and takes rocks damage, and I'm scarfed. I'm so big right now. I'm way too big for you right now. Nidoking, I'm about to just fight you, bro. Bro, I'm about to just fight you. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You going to try and, like, flamethrow me? I'll come out with Garchomp and repin. Yeah, like, I don't know, man. I don't know about this one, Chief. CC, baby. Lock you into Flamethrower? Yes, please. But you're scarfed? That's fine. I didn't think you'd actually outspeed. I didn't think you'd outspeed. It's okay. I didn't think you'd outspeed. I thought we actually would have done the damage first. So, what is Nidoking's base speed? Am I adamant or am I modest? I think I'm actually adamant. So, they got the Flamethrower pin. But that means Latios is a good pin? No. Garchomp's still the right pin. We could have switched right to Flame. We could have switched right to our freaking Heatran right there. That would have been nutty. It's okay. What do you have here? You have Nidoking, Heatran, and Rotom, right? I'll sub. You can't burn me. You're sure first. Yeah, so it's like, it's free switch. And Rotom has to hit the Hydro. I'll take a free sub. And then you go for an Ice Beam. I'll switch out. Every time you switch, you're the one that takes big damage. I can't believe that Nidoking actually outsped my Adamant Heracross. Never lucky. But Dragon Claw takes us out. Hydro can miss. Nah, never lucky. Using 2 Scarf Mons. It's pretty greedy. So you can send out Nidoking here and pin, but I still think I'm going to be in an advantageous spot because I can just recreate that pin over again. You know? Hard situation to be in, though. How many of you guys have been, like, this deep in the late game? I think this is the part where most people like watching my battles, because I get deep into the late game. And then find out ways to just condition the opponents into winning. So you have a Scarf Nidoking, and then the last one you have is Heatran, right? So, like, we just go into Blissey and then we win, right? Or into our Heatran. If you Earth Power me, I send the Garchomp back out. And then I just click EQ, right? So win up. Show me that Ice Beam, bro. I will Earth Power on your switch. You can go for a double switch, but then you took 2 ticks of Stealth Rock damage for, like, no reason. So it's like, I don't think that's actually a problem for me. You're thinking about it. You're thinking. You're not, you didn't switch. Okay. Earth Power, the tech! Okay, it's fine. Now I just bring in Latios, right? So it's like, it's a lose-lose for you, bro. Like, it's a lose-lose every possible way you look at it. Because now I get a free Surf, you know? Switching your Heatran on this. He's like, hey, I just switched into Heatran to buck the Psychic. And it's like, Surf, bro. Bro, Surf, though. And we win. And you're going to have to lock yourself in the Ice Beam. And we will fodder the Latios, free switch into Blissey, and just Seisma toss you out. Don't need to switch it in. So we're in a good spot. Locking into Ice Beam means we're also locking into a non-stab move. Yes, you do have the Sheer Force Life Orb boost, but, like, we'll be fine. Blissey will eventually be able to trade versus Nidoking. You can't freeze me. As long as I don't get crit super hard, I'll be in a good position to eventually buy out. You should do about 35% tops. So you can totally surf, you can totally Ice Beam me here. Yeah. A Sludge Wave. Oh, so you're walking yourself in a Sludge Wave, which means you lose the Garchomp. That's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Survey says Garchomp wins the game. I think this game was put on Heracross's back when I took that big KO with Heracross, got the Moxie proc, forced Nidoking out, and set up all these absolutely amazing pins. I do not think you KO me here with a Sludge Wave, buddy. Go nuts. Go nuts. How many crits you got back there, Chief? Not enough. You have 0 crits. We take those all the way to the bank. EQ. Finishing it off. Get me those wins against a super, super solid, absolutely amazing team piloted by an amazing player. We do be loving to see that out here. That's amazing. Quagsire, huh? That's going to be hard to deal with. It really is. Aerodactyl is like a suicide lead if they want to go for it. I think it's their best lead is actually Aerodactyl. Has like Earthquake, Taunt, Stealth Rocks, Rock Slide. So I can't lead Tentacruel versus it. Can't lead Heatran. I'm just going to lead the Garchomp versus it. And we're going to trade double Dragon Claws into them getting up rocks. I'll then go into my Tentacruel, eventually get a Rapid Spin off, and then probably be okay. I'd like to poison that thing with a Sludge Wave. That's probably my best bet. Or burn it with a Scald is probably even a better bet. But Quagsire is a bit of a problem. Alakazam's a bit of a late game problem. Snorlax definitely a problem. Probably more so than I'm thinking of in the team preview. And Cranidos, great late game sweep with a Scarf. They also have their own Tentacruel. So like Heatran's gonna be kind of hard to use versus like Quagsire, Tentacruel, Cranidos. There is the Aerodactyl. I still think we have the advantage. They're gonna get the rocks up, and that's gonna be okay. I don't really care about that. I wonder if they're actually just gonna make the good player play and go right to the Quagsire here and perfectly preserve their Aerodactyl. That's the correct play in this situation. Let's see, their other option is to go right into the Snorlax. Yeah, rocks are fine. I have absolutely no problem. The fact that they're foddering their Sash here is amazing, because if you go into Quagsire now, yes, you have rocks, but like I can spend those away versus like most your mons. Ooh, that's really, really good. Huh, do I just want to sub here? No, I'll go Dragon Claw again. That's fine. I can't believe it actually did that much damage. The thing about Aerodactyl is all of its moves don't make contact, so we can't even use Rough Skin to break this. If they just go like Earthquake, or like a taunt. What you want to do if you're going to keep the Aerodactyl in is you go for taunt to stop sub, right? And then just earthquake spam. If you're going to go like switch it out, you know, you're letting me potentially get up a sub, which could potentially let me while you're, you know, the rest of your team. Let's see what you want to do here, though. Nothing can really switch in on the Dragon Claw that well. Even Strong's is going to take about 30%. Yeah, just go for the EQ. Good play. Does a little bit more than my sub would take as well. So you're going to fodder that. I'll get a Leftovers tick. And what are you sending out? Alakazam can't KO with Dazzling Gleam. I can just go for an EQ to clock your Sash. Quagsire can go for Toxic. And I don't actually think I win that matchup. I'll go for the sub to block the Toxic. And I'll Scout for Scald. And then I'll switch into Blissey and go for my own rocks instead. But it's not like an amazing matchup. I want to Scout to see if it's physical or special Quag, because it does actually matter. Snorlax, I'd be a little bit afraid of Ice Punch, but not really. Tentacruel, I'd be afraid of Ice Beam, but I'd Earthquake the crap out of it. Cranidos, I don't really care. I'm going to Earthquake the crap out of this. I think if I can get rid of this thing, or even clog a Sash, that's great. I think if they're Scarfed, they're crazy. I think if they're Scarfed, I can abuse it. Yeah, so it's like, they're gone. Yeet. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take it. Like, you shouldn't have sent that out. I'm literally a Garchomp, bro. I think you might have thought I was a banded Garchomp because I did so much damage with that first Dragon Claw, but if you were actually paying attention, you've noticed that first Dragon Claw was a crit. So I think I tricked you into thinking I was Scarfed. And you could have eaten the Scarf Garchomp EQ, you could have eaten a banded Garchomp EQ, probably just like Aerodactyl with its Sash, but I got a free Leftovers tick and your Tentacle down. That's huge. That's like the biggest wall for my Latios. Now I can click Surf for almost everything. There's the Zam. I got 2 Leftovers ticks at this point. I'll just click EQ. I'll clock your Sash. Alakazam's a great mon, but like, it is going to get KO'd by Earthquake. Dazzling Gleam should not be enough even single target to take me out. It shouldn't be enough, unless you're Spexed. Yeah, I'm big. I'm big. And you're probably Sash, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. We can just go right to Blissey here. Break that Sash up. And yes, you have Rocks Tick. But Blissey's still a good switch in here. Let's see if we have any other. Maybe, no, I don't think we'll go into Tentacruel. I think you're going to click Psychic this turn because it's good for Scarchomp and all the rest of the mons like Heracross and Tentacruel. So, actually, Heatran's a good switch in here too. Am I going to be Rapid Spinning at all? Because, like, I kind of want to just set my own rocks and not deal with Rapid Spin. I don't have any Sashes. Yeah, we'll just have both of us having rocks up this game. It's so weird that that's where I've deviated to in this format, is just trading rocks with people as opposed to like needing to defog or needing to rapid spin. We'll take rocks damage, we'll soak the damage here. Dazzling Gleam's completely fine. We can set our own rocks. Rocks aren't that important, but remember, they don't have a spinner anymore. So we can just go rocks. We can even Thunder Wave here, but that would be not great versus Quag. So let's just go for the rocks. I do not have a really good check for Quag other than this Blissey. And yes, I have Natural to stop Toxic, but like, it's not an actual check. We'd have to like PP stall the Quag. The good thing is we haven't lost a Mon, right? We have not lost any Pokemon. So like, we will actually always win versus time if the Quag wants to take it to time. So we can just time them out if they want to like Toxic Star or Blissey or switch away into like Tentacruel. But we've been in between Tentacruel, Heatran, and Blissey to block things like Toxics and stuff like that. I'm gonna go for one Seismic Toss. I want to scout and see if they have Toxic. If they're like stockpile, I don't really care, you know? Yes, I know you're gonna have Recover, but I want to scout for it. Curse is fine. So they're physical. That tells me so much about them. So it tells me they don't have Ice Beam, which means they have a bad matchup versus Latios. You have Recover. Do I care? I have no Roar on this team. Garchomp kinda cares. How many physical mons do we have? You just lowers your defense. Sorry, lowers your speed. So like things like Heatran can come in hot, things like Latios and Tentacruel can all come in hot. I'm gonna stand. Seismic Toss again. You probably have Curse, Recover, EQ, Waterfall, is my guess. I don't think you have Toxic. I think we would have used it. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch to Latios here. on this turn, you're going to pop a recover, and then I'll lock myself into Psychic and fish for Spadef drops. Because I'm pretty sure the way Unaware works is Unaware ignores my boost, but it doesn't ignore your drops, I think. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while since I played against Quagsire. But you shouldn't have any way to really check the Latios. And if I burn it, it's just over. If I come with Tentacruel and get a burn, that's great. Same thing with Heatran. If Heatran can get a burn, that's great. The fact is, it's probably heavy HP specialty. And it's going to take a very not great damage from this, but it can't do that much either. So that's really good. So we take rocks damage, that's fine. Recover's fine. We weaved ourselves in there on a turn that we knew that was free. They're not even getting leftovers takes this turn, so that's good for us. And we can start going for Psychics. So this should do about 40%. So we're in a really, really okay spot here. You can switch away, but it should be about 40%. Way more than that. So they're not built correctly. They're full HP attack then. Yeah, you can see they're actually built heavy HP attack, because even at +2, that shouldn't be doing that much. So yeah, we can just two-shot him here. We take those. Quagsire, ain't never even heard of it, bro. Ain't ever even heard of it, bro. We're gonna take those wins. We can switch to. You gotta switch out, and now you're too low. You're too low. You'll come in on rocks, get KO by Stealth Rock and Seismic Toss. This is a good special wall to come in with, but like if I get a Spadef drop after rocks, we might be able to transition something into a KO because we're spexed. There's another reason why Latios probably shouldn't be in the format, and it's getting tested right now. This Pokemon's nuts. Alright, what are you gonna use? Yawn? I'm not afraid of Ice Punch. That's the thing, is like I'm also not afraid of anything. We still have Heracross to switch into. If you body slam me, do I care? I like half care. I'm gonna go for the Psychic. I think I'll risk the 30% chance on the Para. I'll risk it. You're the one that's hoping to paralyze me. I'm the one dictating play. So we'll see what we can get. Your survey says big damage. Yawn. That's fine. We'll just switch now. You know, if you want to go for a rest, that's fine. Yeah, we don't want to let Latios get put to sleep because we still want to save the Latios. And we can go right into Tentacle this turn and get a Rapid Spin off. Cool. And you wouldn't be body slamming this turn because you want to get that sleep. So you wouldn't want to get a Para the same turn you get to sleep. Because like you would also just lose your lax if you go for body slam. So you're using some sort of curse/recovery move here probably. Yep, rest is absolutely fine. No problem with that. We can eventually like Swords Dance out to take out this lax. So we're in a great spot. I feel like this guy's team is really cool, but it's pretty reactive, using like Lax, Quag as its core. So like we're just in a good spot, just chilling versus most of his mobs. So a free Rapid Spin here. Hard switch out, so it probably doesn't actually have Sleep Talk. And we can outspeed this after our Rapid Spin, probably. I'm going to say that we do outspeed after Rapid Spin. Even if it's Scarfed. This is like a 60 base speed. We're 100 base speed with some investment. So I think we outspeed. And you know what? I'm going to try it. Because even if we don't outspeed and he goes for Earthquake, we can just come out with Latios. That means it has to be Scarfed to actually outspeed us. I'm assuming it's Scarfed, by the way. That's why I'm saying like outspeed. We normally would outspeed it. I'm assuming it's Scarfed, and if they go for Earthquake to get the KO, we can just send out Latios and we're fine. So go for a big Scald here. And we do outspeed because Tentacruel's busted. Best Pokemon in the format, literally. This guy's using one too. Take that guy out for free. Rapid Spin, the big buffed Rapid Spin giving you a speed boost on the switch is so busted. You can send out the Quag, I'll take it out. You send out the Snorlax, it's not that big a deal. It's basically this game. I can eat this. I can eat this Psychic, guys. I actually know I outspeed it. Actually, do I outspeed it? I'll Rapid Spin just to make sure I get a +2 off it, but like, I think I outspeed it +1. Nope. Ooh, he has Psyshock. Good play. Can't stop that. Correct play, Psyshock. Scarf Heracross takes it out. And pins basically everything they have. Heracross. Give me that sweep, yo. Good play, Psyshock. I thought I could do the Psychic. Good play, Psyshock. Close combat is definitely the right play here. It can check the check the basically all the mons they have left in the back. It checks the Snorlax, checks the Alakazam. Give me that +1 Moxie boosted. Yes, please. I'll take that. Oh yeah, I'll just take that and just chill with my favorite sweeper Heracross. I'm not a big fan of Moxie. You know, back in the day, we didn't actually used to have Moxie boosted, and I always say Moxie boosted. It's one of my favorite YouTubers. But yeah, back in the day, I used to use like a Guts Heracross and just throw a sash on it. That was my set. But like the fact that you just gave a Moxie Heracross a That's a +1, you know, shout out for Moxie boosted That's +1 collab right now. But Moxie, I'm just gonna get this KO, yo. Delete. Delete, delete. The Choice Scarf Moxie boosted Heracross coming in late game, sweeping it up. Even if you were to send out the unaware Heracross, Quagsire, I outspeed it. You're already at like 30%. I already have enough damage to KO it, especially because I'm adamant. So show me that Quagsire, and I'll show you some big damage. The biggest damage the world's ever seen. How about you take that rocks damage? How about you show me your shiny Quagsire? And how about I show you to the Shadow Realm, courtesy of Moxie boosted Heracross. Close combat coming in hot. Like literally like liquid hot magma. I'm at That's a +2. About to be going to That's a +3. Baby. I don't think, what do you have left? That's it. We win. Heracross big busted. You heard it here first. One of my absolute favorite Pokemon. Guys, don't forget to let me know your second favorite Pokemon. You know, my favorite Pokemon's Butterfree. But my second favorite bug type is definitely Heracross. And it's definitely still in my top 5. I have videos on this channel showing over all like my top 20 favorite picks and stuff like that. If you guys want to check those out, think about checking those out. Think about leaving a like. Think about leaving a comment on this video. And thanks again for supporting Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl content on YouTube. Other than that, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you guys next time.